Hey guys, Dr. Mike here. We are going to talk about the top 5 worst meats diabetics must avoid. And if you're living with diabetes, you know that managing your blood sugar is absolutely crucial for your health. But did you know that something as simple as your choice of meat could be secretly sabotaging your efforts? That's right, certain meats can actually worsen your diabetes symptoms, leading to those dreaded blood sugar spikes and putting you at risk for serious complications. We're talking about high cholesterol, inflammation, and even damage to vital organs. So in this video, we're diving deep into the top 5 worst meat culprits that every diabetic needs to avoid like the plague. We're exposing the hidden dangers lurking in your grocery store and empowering you to make healthier choices for your plate and your life. Let's get to it. First up, we're tackling a major offender in the meat aisle: processed deli meats. These are the convenient, ready-to-eat slices that many of us rely on for quick meals and snacks. Think those convenient slices of ham and turkey, the ones that make sandwich making a breeze, bologna, salami, even hot dogs. These are staples in many households, often seen as quick and easy protein sources. I know they seem harmless enough, right? After all, they're just meat, how bad can they be? But trust me, when it comes to diabetes, these processed meats are public enemy number 1. They might be convenient, but the health risks they pose are significant. Here's the deal. Processed meats are loaded with sodium. This isn't just a little bit of salt to enhance flavor. And I'm not talking about a sprinkle here and there. We're talking about massive amounts of sodium that can send your blood pressure soaring. We're talking massive amounts of sodium that can send your blood pressure soaring. High blood pressure is a serious issue, especially for those managing diabetes. High blood pressure puts extra stress on your heart and blood vessels, which is especially dangerous if you're already dealing with diabetes. This added stress can lead to severe complications. And if that wasn't bad enough, processed meats are also packed with unhealthy fats, specifically saturated and trans fats. These fats are detrimental to your cardiovascular health. These nasty fats increase your bad cholesterol levels, clogging up your arteries and increasing your risk of heart disease and stroke. But wait, there's more. The dangers don't stop there. Many processed meats also contain hidden sugars and preservatives like nitrates, which have been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers. These additives can have long-term health impacts. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Dr. Mike, I always choose the low-fat turkey slices. Surely those are better, right? Unfortunately, even those healthier options can be deceptively high in sodium and preservatives. It's a hidden danger that many people overlook. So, what's the bottom line? When it comes to processed deli meats, the risks far outweigh the convenience. For optimal blood sugar control and overall health, it's best to steer clear of processed deli meats altogether. Opt for fresh, unprocessed meats instead. Your heart, your blood vessels, and your pancreas will thank you. Making healthier choices today can lead to a better quality of life tomorrow. Next on our hit list are those seemingly irresistible fatty cuts of red meat. These are the cuts that often steal the show at barbecues and fancy dinners alike. We're talking about your ribeyes, your T-bones, your New York strips, all those marbled masterpieces that make your mouth water. These cuts are known for their rich flavor and tender texture thanks to the high fat content. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all red meat is off limits. Red meat can be a valuable source of protein, iron, and other essential nutrients, but when it comes to managing diabetes, it's all about choosing the right cuts and enjoying them in moderation. This means being mindful of the type of red meat you consume and how often you indulge. The problem with fatty red meats is their high saturated fat content. Saturated fats are known to raise levels of LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol. These fats can wreak havoc on your cholesterol levels, increasing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Over time, this can lead to serious health issues that are particularly concerning for those with diabetes. And remember, people with diabetes are already at an increased risk for these conditions. This makes it even more crucial to manage your diet carefully. But that's not all. Saturated fat also contributes to insulin resistance, which means your body can't use insulin effectively to regulate your blood sugar levels. This can make managing diabetes even more challenging. This can lead to chronically elevated blood sugar, putting you at risk for a whole host of complications. These complications can range from nerve damage to kidney issues, making it essential to keep your blood sugar levels in check. So, what's a meat-loving diabetic to do? The good news is, you don't have to give up red meat entirely. Opt for leaner cuts of red meat like sirloin tip, top round, or 90% lean ground beef. These cuts have less fat and can be just as delicious when prepared properly. And when you do indulge in a fattier cut, be sure to trim away any visible fat and enjoy it in moderation. Portion control is key to maintaining a balanced diet. Remember, managing diabetes is all about making smart choices that support your overall health. This includes being mindful of the types of meat you consume and how they fit into your overall dietary plan. And when it comes to red meat, choosing leaner cuts and practicing portion control is key. By making these adjustments, you can still enjoy your favorite foods while keeping your health in check. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a crispy, juicy piece of fried chicken? It's a comfort food that brings joy to many, often evoking memories of family gatherings and festive occasions. But as tempting as it may be, this southern comfort food is a recipe for disaster when it comes to managing diabetes. The combination of high fat and carbohydrate content can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. Here's why. Fried chicken is typically coated in a thick layer of batter or breading which soaks up oil like a sponge. This batter is often made from refined flour, adding to the carbohydrate load. This means you're not just getting the protein from the chicken, you're also getting a hefty dose of unhealthy fats and calories. And it gets worse. The frying process itself introduces additional health risks. The oils used for deep frying are often high in trans fats, which are notorious for raising your bad cholesterol levels and lowering your good cholesterol levels. These oils can also become oxidized at high temperatures, creating harmful compounds. This double whammy increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Over time, the consumption of such unhealthy fats can lead to chronic inflammation and arterial damage. But it's not just the fat content that makes fried chicken a no-go for diabetics. The high carbohydrate content from the breading can cause significant spikes in blood sugar levels. The breading and added sugars in many recipes can also cause your blood sugar to spike. These spikes can be particularly dangerous for diabetics, leading to complications if not managed properly. And those rapid fluctuations in blood sugar can leave you feeling tired, sluggish, and even more hungry. This can create a vicious cycle of overeating and poor blood sugar control. So, what's the takeaway? As delicious as it may be, fried chicken is best left off your plate if you're trying to manage your diabetes. The health risks far outweigh the momentary pleasure. Opt for healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, or roasting, which enhance the natural flavors of the chicken without the added fat and calories. These methods can help you enjoy your meals while keeping your health in check. Now let's talk about a category of meats that often fly under the radar: cured meats. We're talking about those savory, salty delights like salami, pepperoni, prosciutto, and even bacon. While they may be delicious additions to sandwiches, pizzas, and charcuterie boards, they can spell trouble for your blood sugar. The main culprit here is sodium. Cured meats are notoriously high in sodium, which is used to preserve them and enhance their flavor. While a little sodium is essential for our bodies to function properly, too much sodium can lead to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. And remember, people with diabetes are already at an increased risk for these conditions. So, it's crucial to keep your sodium intake in check. But it's not just the sodium content that makes cured meats a risky choice for diabetics. Many cured meats also contain nitrates and nitrites, which are added as preservatives. While these compounds help prevent the growth of harmful bacteria, they've also been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers. So, what's the bottom line? While cured meats can be tempting, it's best to enjoy them sparingly or avoid them altogether if you have diabetes. Opt for healthier protein sources like lean poultry, fish, beans, or lentils. Finally, let's address a surprising culprit in the world of diabetes-friendly meats: lamb. While lamb can be a delicious and nutritious protein source, certain cuts can be surprisingly high in saturated fat, making them a less than ideal choice for those managing their blood sugar. Now I know what you're thinking, but Dr. Mike, lamb is supposed to be a healthier red meat. And you're right, lamb can be a good source of protein, iron, and other essential nutrients. However, the fat content can vary significantly depending on the cut. Cuts from the shoulder, rib, and loin, while incredibly flavorful, tend to be higher in saturated fat. As we've discussed, saturated fat can raise your bad cholesterol levels, increase insulin resistance, and contribute to heart disease. So, what's a lamb lover to do? Opt for leaner cuts like the leg or shank, which are lower in saturated fat and higher in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. And as always, be mindful of portion sizes and cooking methods. Remember, managing diabetes is all about making informed choices that support your overall health. And when it comes to lamb, choosing leaner cuts and enjoying them in moderation can help you reap the nutritional benefits without compromising your blood sugar control. So there you have it, the top 5 worst meats that diabetics need to avoid like the plague. I know it can seem overwhelming, but remember, knowledge is power. Instead of loading up on those harmful options, choose lean proteins like chicken breast, turkey, or fish. These healthier alternatives are packed with nutrients and help maintain steady sugar levels, making it easier to manage your diabetes effectively. Making smarter choices with your protein sources can significantly improve your health and reduce the risk of complications from diabetes. Stay informed, read those nutrition labels, and choose wisely. Your body will thank you for it.